Performing perfectly?
I almost said Papa's Poggy. And it's, it probably would have been okay to say, but I'm very happy to see the Poppy come in this judge somewhere, feeling really good about himself. This is a matchup where you actually stand up to Jace Harass, coming into about halfway through to a Sunfire cave.
Wreck four members of this team.
A lot of different gap closers on the team. The interaction against the Yuumi is so
for the advantage that Tarzan has. It's 3 camps over the Gragas for those counting at home. As Smeb, I need to watch out. Zinzao waiting in the brush. The heroic charge does come in here, then he's just dead. Steadcraft's presence goes down. They got all the vision that they want. As Viper and Lahans are looking for this gank onto Yuumi. Sorry, onto the Sivir. Prey gets under the turret though, and the final chapter's in the wrong spot. Tarzan's going to join up. You and Me is there, and Prey is going to fall down under the turret.
But to it early enough or overrated. Spell Shield and Flash being enough to get out. Nautilus was topside, they knew that KT were on Rift Herald, so a little bit poor to see Prey go down there. He should have disengaged a little bit early.
Yeah, wasn't actually quite able to get past.
Re-engage.
Okay, Snowflower in trouble as Tarzan's going to get knocked up by the depth charge. Snowflower goes back in, has himself the stopwatch's score, is trying to lumber his way forward. The flash to get Snowflower out of trouble. True Shot Barrage finishes off the kill, and now the minion waves here, and Score has to get the hell out of dodge. Another great You and Me as there's the belly bob. Score goes golden as well to keep him alive, but the flash from Tarzan. Audacious charge gets in. Wind becomes lightning and a double kill.
The enemy's doing, they need to make sure they're not getting dove. Otherwise, look at this.
Yep, that is just the last Q landing, and Viper's going to pick up the solo kill onto Prey. Well,
it's not the Ezreal itself.
The Prey champions is Smeb. He's looking for it. You and Me does come out. He wants the Yuumi. There is the ultimate as Score finds it, but the final barrel's going to do it.
Well, they don't own much more than they did before.
Yeah, well, Smeb's going to flash very early in this one, but the Prowling Projectile does find him regardless. It's going to take a while to kill the Poppy, but he's still definitely dead. Score might follow the same fate, though. He's going to get knocked up underneath his turret. So much displacement as he flashes eventually. Snowflower just trying to tank the turret for his team. And does.
He also had the Kai'Sa pop-off game, so...
Yeah, and he might just be popping off right here as the final chapter comes in once again. That's the route. Onto Score, going down low, but there from downtown, Viper comes in. Does land the True Shot Barrage, and now the fight is on. Prey has a spell shield in the backline, goes into his stasis, but Sword has found him in that backline. The Yuumi falls, but I think the damage may have been done. Now Viper coming in to try and clean this one up. He's got full health, and he's looking for more. Tarzan grabs that kill. Chovy comes into the backline, finds his own. Underneath this turret is not going to be enough to stop this push from Griffin. Sword still doing a lot of damage here to Smeb, stacking up that Black Cleaver as Viper is going to tear this turret apart. Meanwhile, fight on towards the top side as Chovy's diving in. Steadfast presence is there. No, it's just the ult from Tarzan. The dive in from BDD, landing the Qs to get the knockouts. So Tarzan is still so strong. He does have the World Ender. 30% of his health bar is still there. Infernal Chains are going to land, but BDD can't do it by himself. It's a double kill for Viper as he's continuing to land every skill shot. BDD has a health bar again, but it's slowly getting chipped away, being melee against this comp. It's so hard. True Shot Barrage over 3s. Tarzan dives in. Audacious Charge picks up the kill as in goes the Akali into the backline, and the Ezreal's there for the cleanup. Gigantic, perfect execution into the helicopter comes out, and now Griffin will finish the game. 20-5, game 1, all about Griffin. KT back to the drawing board.
20 kills in 28 minutes.
We're trying to figure her out. It was exhaust heal that people went back to.
And categorically correct summoners in solo queue, in my opinion, because the teleport 80 carry doesn't really get as much value until you get to higher Elo ranges, so I think exhaust ignite for most Yuumis make a lot of sense. Remember, this is Pyke, who really wants to get into reset range, so the extra oomph of ignite actually does mean a lot for the champion. Now, it makes the defensive laning phase, obviously, it is a guardian between the duo.
Yeah, bottom block coming in here as another Bone Skewer comes out. Snowflower already down to half health, did get the Aftershock, and that's what keeps him alive, but not for long. Heal comes out eventually. That's going to be first blood at level 1, and I'm getting some really small amount. First cooldown, but
he missed
the Undertow, picks up the axe, however, still gets the flash out and lands the second one. Good knockup comes in from Sword. Umbral dash, but now the twin Disciplines comes in and scores, looking for that kill. Gets the follow-up. First blood goes to Griffin, but Permafrost is here. Score now looking for Sword. This will be a meaning that they will have a little bit more of an opportunity. Final chapter coming down, though. They're looking for Snowflower. Flash has to come out. Prey still has his True Shot Barrage avoided there by a great dash out from Viper. And the You and Me comes in from Lehens to keep him well and truly safe. It was a bit of a visit there from Tarzan, but they got the summoner spell they were looking for. Snowflower is now food for Griffins.
They're going to return to him.
Yep, they'll dive on forward. Snowflower in trouble as Viper comes in with the death from below. Does give Yuumi a big old assist with some extra gold. However, it's a 1-for-1 under the turret.
Definitely
the deep water dive heading forward as the prowling projectile lands. BDD immediately with the cleanse. It's a 2-for-1 special on that Sleepy Trouble Bubble as well.
How about a 5-for-5? You're going to see that now.
We're going to try and find the ultimate from Score, and he lands it onto Sword. Sword ults, tries to get himself out. Doesn't quite get too much out from Griffin's ultimate from the Yuumi, but otherwise they're still going to start off this fight. That's going to be the death from below landing. Only one reset, however, as BDD gets turned on. Emperor's Divide was decent, but the Zoe gets the double kill. Olaf finishes it off as Snowflower, last man standing, and the Lux gets destroyed. It's an 11.5 in the backline. Bone Skewer is what procs the extra damage and does a whole lot onto Snowflower there. Meanwhile, the jig is up onto Smeb in the backline. He's looking for Sword, but in goes Viper. Gets the flash, gets the stun. First kill comes down. Now the Pike looking for more. Final spark, not going to be enough. Emperor's Divide is gigantic. Into the backline is now Sword. Has to pick up the mantle of the damage, and damn does he have it. There he goes. Chovy dives underneath the turret to pick it up. And Griffin, they have damage from everywhere. Umbral dash on the back part of the walls, real nice. And the triple kill for Chovy Zoe. It's James Bond and 009 is going to be Sean Bean, but here we can see a fight towards the top side. BDD able to get a bit of work done. Good flash to get out of the way of the death from below. Snowflower with the shields work. Clutch is now Prey trying to get in here. Sword comes down with the teleport. Prey's getting some damage through, and you can see the value of these shields is very high. Redemption comes in. That's going to be one that Chovy had. His Score's now trying to turn this on Chovy. There's a lot of dollar signs coming up in his mind as Prey's going to be the sacrificial lamb. KT.
Down bot side.
Yep, final chapter comes in. That's going to be the stun out of Viper as well. Death from below is all too easy. Kitty pull, the Baron does fall down. Sword, nice knock up. In fact, BDD is just getting booped around in this fight. The Emperor's Divide is there. BDD surviving for a long time, but Sword eventually grabs it. That's going to be the reset as well. Look at the gigantic damage of this Griffin squad. It's going to be their third ace of the game. The Umbral dash coming in from Sword. Doesn't have another one as Sword gets behind the wall, but he knows what his fate is. Another ace. With that Nexus, I'd be real scared if something going wrong. His Score is going to go wide on the ultimate. Final chapter does come in. Smeb's looking for his fountain, but the Nexus turrets are going to fall. The You and Me gets Lehens out of trouble. He is just dancing around KT so beautifully, and the Nexus is going to fall before any member of KT even goes down. Griffin with utter demolition of the KT roster. Much